Yeah, we the sickest in the city, let them know. Crazy and that kid, yeah, we better show. You better get to know, haters let it go. And when it comes to getting peace, yo, we getting dough.
It's them half demon, half man spitters that you can't stand back to seven.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Krazys Cookbook. Today, we're getting mad exotic. It's a bit different from the normal ones, yeah. It's not something I'm going to pretend that I cook a lot of. Because really and truly, it's not something you see a lot of. I have zebra or zebra steaks, yeah. Zebra, like, now it's a bit unfortunate, the meat isn't stripy like you might have thought, but it is delicious on all accounts. Now, zebra being an African animal, yeah, I'm going to do yam with it. This is possibly the biggest yam I've ever seen in my life. It is bigger, more deformed than my head, okay? And yeah, I'm also going to be doing Ghanaian green pepper sauce, chili sauce. Man's got the authentic palm oil with some okra. So let's get this cooking. How? Now this yam, yeah, it's huge. It's so heavy. I swear down, the weight on this is mental. Yeah. I'm going to clean it off. I'm going to roast this yam. Now I've done mash yam on an episode before. If you've seen me do that, so I'm going to do something different. Now we've cleaned off this yam. I'm literally going to chop it into manageable sizes. It's like the world's biggest potato, but as I say, I'm gonna chop it up into slices and then I'm gonna put it in the oven like that so it cooks. Need a cleaver for this. Right, there. So I'm gonna chop it up like this. Put in pieces in the oven like that, but I'm gonna clean it off and let it soak in water for a while first. Now, ideally, you know, I leave it for like 6 hours overnight. I'm gonna leave it for an hour or two tops. I've soaked the yams for a few hours now. I was gonna do it for a couple hours. I got a bit carried away, so it's probably going for about 3. Some people do it 6 hours. Some people do it overnight. The point is, when you roast it, you want the middle to be as soft as possible, because otherwise it will be quite tough. But yeah, I'm gonna just put them straight in onto the bars, so they're not like flat on anything. And yeah, so you can see the skin there. I've cut them all around the same sort of size as well, so around the same thickness. So they take roughly around the same sort of time to cook. There's a bit of a thick one there, but oh well. That is going to be beautiful. And that is on 200 degrees, and that is going to be probably about 20 minutes. And I'm going to have to monitor and flip it over. Yeah, we will get on with something else in the meantime. Now sauce wise for this, I'm going to do a Ghanaian chili pepper, green pepper sauce. So I've got the peppers. I'm just going to chop everything up basically so I can chuck it in the blender for this, get the sauce ready. So, I mean, got it quite small, but saying that, if the blender works, it should chop it up into a nice paste. So it doesn't matter too much how this comes out. Sorry, do that in a second. I'm going to get spring onions as well, scallions. Chop up the chips, and again like that. Also, I'm going to use an onion, a white onion as well, and I'm going to use a green pepper. Yeah, you can use. I think people tend to use habaneros or Scotch bonnets, but basically you want to make sure it's green so it all goes with the cutlet of the green chili sauce. I've gone for a Thai chili pepper because I think the flavour on these just works so much better with it. You might want to cut me down for that, but you know, yeah, it's beautiful. Try it. So I'm going to chop that up. As I say, it's all going in the blender. It don't really matter how much. And then yeah, give me a second and I'll be with you with the rest chopped up. Right, I've chopped up the onions. If that's why you can see it looks like I'm about to boil, that's why. But yeah, all of that's done. I've got some garlic I'm going to put in with that, and I've got some ginger I'm going to put in that, and then I'm going to stick that in the blender now.
Yeah, let us start to cook and serve you like pub grub, and you can hate us all you like blood. We get enough love. You done fucked, just fucked up. Fuck with us, bro. We chill and kill mites while the samples get cut up. Shut the fuck up.
Right, now I've not got the biggest of blenders here. I don't blend much things, and I thought, you know, I'd get something that goes with how much I blend stuff. I probably should have figured that one out. Yeah, that was going to change at some point. So what I'm going to have to do is do this in batches. So I'm doing a mix up of a bit of each. I've got the garlic and the ginger and everything like that. I'm trying to get some hot pepper in there as well. And the one thing that we want to put on top of this, okay, instead of water, and mix up it, help it cook better as well, and it adds that authentic taste, is the Zomi palm oil. Yeah, this is the good quality one, the best one as well in the shop. I went to the African shop on Fishponds Road. They told me this is the proper, the top one. So you put that in, and then get to blend it.
Sicker, we go gas. Still hitting the streets like we don't know bad. Still hitting the drink like we got no livers, no quitters. See you hating, so bitter.
Sip cold liquor and get lost inside notepads, while your rhymes get chopped out like some old rags. So don't brag if you ain't got it. Let us braze rock shit that's out of this world like space rockets.
Wait, stop it. Well, we slew it like there's nothing to it. You had your chance to blow it, think you try and don't do it. There's man up piranhas and yummy like bananas. Come to your video shoot just to check your
Okay,
video.
so I had to do that in 2 batches just because the blender was small, but it kind of worked out good anyway because I only put oil in the first one, and to keep the greenness of the green chili sauce, I just done the second one with just the veg. So mixed in together, it's kind of a greeny yellow, but that's down to that palm oil. So I'm putting that on the heat. Now you can blend it down as coarse as you want. I like having a little bit of texture in it. I remember that you lose some of that when you cook it as well, and that squishes in with everything. But yeah, you want to cook that on a low to medium heat. You don't want to let it burn. You want to keep on stirring it and keep an eye on it, and also have a lid for it because it will splash as all the bubbles come through that thick stuff. That will splash. So I'm going to let that heat up for a minute. Next, I'm going to heat up the griddle pan. This has got to be stupid hot before I'm going to put this next meat on it, and the zebra, and I want some pretty lines in the zebra. You can't got the stripes from the zebra anyway, so I'm going to make them on there anyway. Alright? So yeah, let's get this heat on.
Hey, yours let it go. When it comes to getting people done, now we getting done. We let them know. Crazy jacket, yeah.
So this is what a zebra or zebra, depends how you say it, you know, it's what it looks like. Yeah, it's a good meat. It's quite dense, almost looks a bit like liver. I don't know if these are the best cuts of steak, but you know, I've never tried to cut a steak from a zebra before, so. But it's zebra meat nonetheless, so we're going to try this now. You know, I'm not really for just eating zebras, but I think it's something that it's important we try what's out there. This is farmed, this isn't like they've gone out and just hunted random wild zebras, you know? And it's the next protein, isn't it? Basically, there's so many different people like chicken, cows, you know what I mean, beef every day. Like, how do you know that this is the next best thing? So this is why I'm doing this to find out. So it could be fair. But they look good anyway. Now before I give that zebra stripes, the last time I prep, I'm just going to chop all the ends off this okra. That's why I put in a lime, but I don't much out there.
Serve you like pub rub, and you can hate us all you like blood. We get enough love. You
Chopped up the okra, I put it into a pan. I've gone back for some more palm oil. I'm going to put a bit of that on top of that and let it cook down in the palm oil, and that'll give it that flavour as well. But because this is me, yeah, and it would be right if I didn't things some bay leaves in there and a bit of seasoning, of course. So, and because I don't want to spoil the zebra, I will give this a last check the time before to see how this is getting on. And this is looking beautiful. Alright, perfect. We can chuck that meat on. So let's get ready for some zebra stripes. Okay, just to give you an idea of the heat you need. Yeah. These. Alright, that water's pretty much evaporated already. So I'm going to get these steaks. I'm going to put them on the side down that I want the stripes on. I'm going to put them sideways. Like that. Like that. I'm going to leave them on there for about 4 minutes on each side, I think, roughly, to get about medium before I transfer it into some butter. I'm going to cook it like a steak, basically. The reason I'm cooking it like a steak, yeah, is because I don't really know too much what zebra tastes like, so I want to just enjoy it for its natural taste. And I figured that if I just, you know, gridded it and I put in some butter with a few herbs, nothing too much, just a little bit of seasoning, we'll get the full flavour of it. You know? So yeah, I'm looking forward to this.
Piranhas and yummy like bananas. Come to your video shoot just to jack your video camera.
Some fake blaggers, shop narcotics and make bangers. Bless sick beats with 16s and straight swagger. The man are pissed just cause they ain't as bad as this. I swear they wanna.
Okay, so it's been like 4 minutes, so I'm gonna flip that and hopefully there's some lines on it. You know, some burnt in lines. Oh, that's suck over there. But yeah, we got that like that. Boom. So I'm going to put that back on there and give it another 4 minutes on that side before we transfer it into the pan with butter.
We do movements while you use just step backwards. So what's the deal? We drop it ill. Plus we got the skill.
Okay, well that has done 4 minutes exactly on each side, and look at that. That is looking marvelous. So I'm going to fling that now into here with some butter. And a spoon that over the top. That's got some dried rosemary on there in there as well. It's going to be delicious. And I'm going to move that onto a low heat now that's melting. And just spoon that over the top and let that rest for about 10 minutes. Okay, as that's sitting in the butter, you'll notice that at the perfect timing, the oil is starting to surface and come through this. It's crisped up a little bit around the side, but that's blessed. The oil's come up to the top, that means it's cooking properly. It's getting darker, and that is what we want. Should be a bit more green, but that's I blend that on the palm oil. But yeah, beautiful flavour in here. Trust me on this one. I'm going to get the yam out now, and I'm going to chop that in a little bit of butter. Not everybody does that, but I think it's a nice little chop because it gets a little bit crispy, especially if I have time to soak it properly. I reckon it needs to be soaked for a good day to get the proper softness that you want. But this is a little trick to nice it up at the end. So I'll get this from here. Mix that in with this. And then these just need a shake up. Flip on the other side. Nice it up a piece. So that is pretty much everything done now, yeah. We've got them roasted and then soaked in butter. We've got the chili sauce ready. We've got the zebra that's nice and rested. If you see that, that's perfect. Very nice medium. And also we've got the okra that's cooked down as well. So I'm going to pick this up and see what the taste is like.
We don't need that, we just need a beat. Black run circles round you pricks like athletes that speed laps.
These neat cats, we eat tracks, whipping the rhymes. Make you bop your head so much you put a crick in your spine. My mind's crazy, so when I spit, every line's weighty. Chat shit, I shut you down like YouTube did the grind daily.
In the city, let them know. Crazy and that kid, yeah, we want to show. Get to know haters, let it go.
Sickies in the city, it's time we let them know.
Crazy and that kid, yeah, we want to show. Get to know haters, let it go.
So there it is. That is what zebra looks like when it's cooked down. I hope I didn't overcomplicate that or anything, but yeah, it looks like it's going to be pretty good. Now, I think the most important part of this is you guys want to know what it tastes like, so let's have a go. Right, you say it's a bit chewy. I don't think that's down to my cooking. The green chili sauce first, let me say that, because I got given the recipe for that today. Tried it out a bit, but oh wow, amazing. It's better than that shito sauce. I'm not trying to call it shito sauce because that's like the number one African sauce, I swear. But wow, but zebra, really good. Like really good. Like, jeez, that's actually really good meat. Like you'd think like a really good quality steak, but I don't know, it's a little bit tight. But it's got the full flavour of a good steak. Look at the colour and the pinkness as well, so you know how to mess it up. It's definitely tougher, but flavour wise, that's 10 times. I mean, you know, I'm struggling with the chewing part, but with the palm oil, that tastes like they're made for each other. That is beautiful. And of course, that yam inside of there is super soft inside, crispy on the outside. Magic. But yeah, I think the start of the show, is definitely the zebra. I think that's mad. Literally, that's the flavour of it's really good. I think if you chop it up a little piece, like into small pieces, it's good. I really chop one more. Right. Okay. Verdict. Yeah. I don't think it's gonna replace beef, but it's a good alternative. Meal wise, if you want to taste the tang meal, copy my recipe in it. I make tang meals, isn't it? Bang. But now on the road, zebras. Zebra with the stripes. Crossing off. Big up Guire, yeah? That's stepping in the background. Now on the road, I really like it. And I'm not just saying that because I went out and paid for it. I do really like it, but it's a bit chewy. So I would probably not use the steaks. I would probably do that with something with stew or something like that, stewed meat instead of just steaks. As I said, I wanted to do the steaks this time just so I could really taste the meat and see what the flavour was. Yeah, I think in the stew that would be, yeah, peg. I'm gonna give it a thumbs up, definitely. That's it, Krazy's approval, right? Now we have lots of other episodes where I'm cooking stuff that I tend to know how to cook a bit more. So if you click there or there, you will probably see that. There's also a subscribe button. If you haven't subscribed yet, can you go click the subscribe button? That would be massively appreciated. Pick up all of you for watching this. Yeah, sorry to anyone I offended who didn't want to see a zebra got eaten. You're probably watching the wrong video. But yeah, yeah. Also give us a thumbs up. Big up, big up. Right, next time, pow.